Hello and welcome to Knobcat Games Dungeons of the Obelisk podcast. I'm your host, Joe Sleppy, Executive Prime at Knobcat Games. This podcast is our audio devlog where we get together every 2 weeks and talk about the new updates and changes in our game that we're working on, which is Dungeons of the Obelisk, a 2D turn-based dungeon crawling loot grinding adventure. And I'm joined today by our art lord, Ben Segas.
Hello.
And our digital alchemist, TJ Edicernia.
Hello.
Guys, this update has been huge, I think. It's I know we say this maybe every time, but Ben drew so much UI stuff that had been placeholders or missing in the game for a long time, the entire time, I guess. And TJ spent the past 2 weeks getting that stuff loaded in, and it's really changed the look of everything and really pulled it together. So we can talk about some of the individual ones, but I think just overall it's been really incredible.
Yeah, definitely. Like I know I say it pretty often, but now it's like feeling like our game, you know, like it's actually like, I mean the placeholder stuff makes it look like a game, but this looks like our game.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, instead of just having a generic X in the corner to close windows, like now you've drawn like a little stone tablet X or something, and it just matches all the other UI and stuff. It looks so good. Like you wouldn't think just all those little things would be such a big deal, but and for the listener, I am going to do a video. I think I'll try to knock that out this weekend, so this podcast probably comes out on Monday or Tuesday, so hopefully by the time you're listening to this, I have a new video, which would be, I think, episode 9 of my list, but you can check that out. The links to it would be at knobcat.com, so you can see all the stuff that we're talking about in this episode. The biggest UI change has to be the turn meter. We've had that turn meter since very early on, like that's a pretty unique thing to our game, but now it actually has like the skeleton hands holding like the two swords pointing at each other, and like the characters moving around on the turn meter are like little marbles now, which is something that I've wanted for a long time, and it looks it just looks so good.
I'm definitely surprised at the difference of visual quality between the two. It's like originally you had just the standard UI, we kind of worked with what we had, then just the difference in the whole combat menu of the UI with everything that's been added in is massive.
Going from the little like heads to begin with, and now it's like the marbles and the skeleton holding swords, and like I don't know, it's just such a like massive difference while not being a massive difference. I don't know how to describe it. It's hard for me because I see it as I'm making it, and it like obviously I'm trying to do as good of a job as I can, but like it never feels quite real until it's actually in the game, and then I'm like, oh wow, how did this happen?
Yeah, seeing it like moving and stuff is definitely a whole nother world.
Yeah, exactly.
From my experience, the quality of good UI on a game is surprising. It's like you would think, oh, it's just the UI, you know, it's kind of some of its background stuff, you don't really acknowledge it too much, but when there's bad UI, you really notice how bad the UI is. And when the UI is really good, you also really notice how good it is.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully it's good.
No, I think it's definitely good. I've noticed like on our Instagram and stuff, that is like the one thing that people will comment about is like, oh wow, that UI at the bottom looks so good. You know, the auto button and the health and mana and stuff that we've had there for a while. You know, those have been in like screenshots and stuff that we've posted, and that seems to like stand out to people.
Excellent. My plan has worked.
Yeah, there's a lot more little ones too, like the health bars. Like before we just had like a white bar, like and or I guess a red bar, and then as it emptied it turned white or whatever. But now you've done like a swatch of red. It kind of looks like a, I don't know, like a blood smear or something almost, maybe. Yeah. And it just like makes it look so much more, like it just pulls in instead of having like weird pixelated placeholder stuff. Now we have things that like actually mesh and like fit with the game.
Yeah, and it adds so much. Like, even though it's such a little thing, it really like it just adds more aesthetic to it.
Yeah, we have all the buttons that are on the side too. Like those are in like every game now. You have your inventory and setting and shop and chat and friends and help. And those are all like unique things that you've drawn now.
Yeah.
I guess you just like looked at the old placeholder ones and like made better versions of them.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of what I did. I was just like, I mean, the iconography worked well, you know, like why mess with it if it's not broken, and just like made it look nice. Yeah.
Let's see, what else is there? I really like the voice bubbles now for the NPCs.
Oh yeah.
Like they kind of looked like out of place before, but now it has a little arrow like pointing at them when they're talking to you and stuff. And it's really like, it's kind of fancy, but it looks really good.
Maybe they all have fancy accents and that's just how it visualizes.
Yeah, it's always like, I like just letting you make stuff and not giving you like too much direction, because like obviously I can't draw or make things, but I would have just had it be like a white voice bubble, you know?
Yeah.
Like in a comic strip or something, but this like matches the game so much better, and like I'd have never thought of it.
Yeah, because I was actually thinking about just doing like a white bubble, and it's like I feel like it could be more than that. Like I don't know. So I just ended up doing like this little like ornate kind of bubble around it. I was honestly thinking about mostly Ilune, however you pronounce her name.
Yeah, Ilune.
Her, like her speaking, and I was like, I feel like she would have like a fancy thing going on, and then it's just like, okay, everybody else gets it too.
Yeah, it really works well. I think the main thing is just having that little arrow pointing at them, so you know that that's them talking instead of just like a floating box.
Yeah.
We have buttons for everything now instead of like the frame that we're using as a placeholder. The frame looked good, but now like they look like buttons as opposed to the stuff that is framed. So it looks really good. I'm just like clicking around in the game right now, looking at like the menus and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like the frame worked, but because the frame was everything, it's like everywhere you go, you see the frame. Everything had the frame, so any button didn't fully look like a button. They just look like another framed object.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you got buttons, and they actually color themselves.
Yeah.
Because
there was actually a little while when it was first like the Paragon system was first added, I didn't realize that was a button. So I was just like ignoring it for a little while. But yeah, now it looks like a button.
Yeah, and they change color when you mouse over them, so it like lets you know you can click on it.
Yeah.
Oh, another little one that we haven't mentioned yet is the cursor. Like, we have a little sword for the cursor now.
Yeah, that honestly was the first thing I noticed with this update, and I was so excited to see it. It's such a little thing, but it adds so much. Like everything. It's just a little thing, but it adds so much.
I feel like the cursor is an important one because you're always staring at the cursor. It's like anytime you're playing a PC game, the cursor is always there. It never goes away. So you don't want the default at all times.
Let's see what else. You did the victory banners too. So now whenever you like win a battle, instead of just saying victory in like our basic font, it now has like a nice banner and And the dungeon complete one looks really good too.
Yeah, those, like, initially I wasn't sure how I was gonna do that. Then, like, I realized it doesn't have to necessarily be a banner, because I was thinking like an actual, like, banner, like a flowy kind of thing, and then I was like, you know, it could just be like stone or metal, like the other, like the frames and everything kind of look. So I was like, oh yeah, I can just make it kind of look like it belongs. And it worked out. Like, I was pretty pleased with those.
Yeah, they look really good. I like the dungeon complete one. Like, it's so big and like makes you feel like you've accomplished something.
Yeah.
I'm playing through a dungeon right now so I can see it again. Trying to see what else. Oh, whenever you start a battle now, instead of just the font exclamation mark above our heads, it gives you like the little cross swords and the skull now. Makes it look like they're actually angry at you. They're coming for you.
I wasn't sure if because it just flashes for like a moment, you know, before the battle. I wasn't sure if I went overboard with like how detailed it was, but I think it looks good. I think it's enough to like catch your attention for that second before the battle.
Yeah, it does go away really fast. It's hard to like catch it.
Yeah,
but it's nice that it's there.
Yeah, it definitely gives you the indication that you're about to get hit.
Something that wasn't mentioned yet is that when you're in combat and you're inspecting the enemies to kind of look at their details, you can see their animations and see like what each of their attacks look like through the buttons.
Yeah, I really like that now, because I wish Nika had made it for this podcast, because she probably would love that, because you can like click on it now and it plays their animation, so like you can actually see it, even though like they go so fast in combat sometimes, you know, if you have your buffs and stuff on, but like now they play at normal speed when you click them, so you don't miss them if you want to see the stuff.
Oh, I definitely need to check that out. I hadn't seen that yet.
The inspection menu to like look at the mobs and stuff is kind of hidden. Like, I don't know how to make it any more obvious. You know, you click on the mob and you can check out their stats and see their animations now, but like, I don't know, like without somebody telling you about it, maybe people won't know that's there. But I think that's one of those things that as you become a more experienced player, like you'll find out about it.
Or if you listen to the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're here giving people tips and tricks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can't wait till people are playing this and they're listening to the podcast for that kind of stuff. Like the change updates, instead of it being something that they're just like hearing about, it'll be something like, oh yeah, I actually like saw that in the game. That'll be so much better.
Yeah.
What else is there? Oh, the game icon that actually like shows up on your desktop and stuff. We had a big discussion about what that should be for a while. Yeah. We finally settled on it being the glub. I was voting for like just the skull and bones pile, because it feels like that felt like a little more, I don't know, like typical, I get. Like, I don't know, like that's maybe what you'd expect it to be or something, but I think it being the glub is more unique to our game.
Yeah.
We also had the rat in contention, but
yeah, the glub's kind of become like a mascot of the whole game.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah, he's been the Discord icon for a while.
I think that definitely contributed to it. Now I'm just used to seeing it as like, oh yeah, that's the Discord. That's the game.
Yeah, I think having it the same across the board as our icon too, like, makes sense. Because if we had picked something else for the game icon, I probably would have updated the Discord, I think. But right. I'm not sure.
See, I'm waiting to see some merchandise of it. I want to get like a stuffed glub or something.
I would love that.
There is a sites where people do like plushie, like, limited runs, and you have like pre-orders for them and stuff, because I've bought a couple of them, but I I have 2 stuffed possums from those types of things. so yeah, that's definitely a thing that could happen someday, I suppose. If people play and want that, then that's something I can look into.
Give the people the glove they desire.
I mean, I desire one, so.
Yeah, I'll take one too.
We'll see. There's a demand, I guess. So.
Yep.
Definitely do like t-shirts at some point. That would be an easier one too.
Lots of options for that with like either the logo or like the mobs.
Yeah, I might even jot that down. I'm gonna make a merch note. Because there's all those sites where things are like you don't have to order them and ship them out. Like you just put the design on the site and then people order it and they print it and send it to them, so it's like no work on my part.
Yeah, those are definitely handy. Like,
yeah, having that set up when the game launches might be a good idea. I've got lots of stuff to do. I'm getting the Steam page set up. I'm working on what else was I working on? I made a link tree for it today. I haven't put it on anything yet, but it'll be nice to have all of our links on like our Instagram and stuff for people. So there's lots of little weird stuff like that I get involved in. What else is on our list? We've been slowly adding more tutorial stuff in. Now like Elune tells you to use the auto button, and there's just lots of like little things that like whenever you don't have enough materials for the blacksmith, like that can pop up and let you know like, hey, you should you need more materials to do that, instead of it just being a button that doesn't work.
Yeah, it's always tough to tell where you do and do not need something like that, and like how many times is telling the player too much. Like every time you don't have materials, it'll remind you, hey, go get materials, but with the auto button thing, it'll say it once, like, hey, this exists, don't forget it. I just hope they remember from there.
I do have it on the list for you. I don't know if you read it or not, but I think if somebody's in a dungeon for more than like 10 or 15 minutes, Elune needs to pop up again and remind them about the auto button.
Yeah, just let them know, like, hey, you're lost. Let me help.
Yeah. And like maybe give them the option like, don't show me this again. I won't be lost in the dungeon. But I think that's a good idea. But I definitely want to err on the side of like not too much, but some of it is necessary.
I would hope someone's not in the dungeon for 10 minutes trying to find a chest. Something tells me you've seen it.
I've seen it. I've watched 2 different people play the game. The first player, it didn't even have the auto button reminder at all, and he walked around in there for quite a while, and I'm watching, trying to like not say anything because I don't want to. I want to see how people play the game so that I know like where that stuff should be. And he definitely walked around in there for a while. And then my wife was playing, and she walked around in there for quite a while as well. And that was after the pop-up telling you to use the auto button. So it's a different play style of game. Like, you know, it is like, it's not a completely idle game, but the dungeon exploring and stuff is way better. It's meant to be played with the auto button, but some people like want to manually do things. I guess they're used to other games where you have to do it that way. But like for our game, it's not really. The gameplay is more about picking the right loot and finding things than it is like walking around in the dungeon.
I mean, if they want to admire my art, that's fine.
That is a good reason to walk around in there. Yeah, speaking of your art, we've got you finalizing the town now. So we've had the placeholder sketch art in the town, which I've grown very fond of. It doesn't look bad at all. It's kind of funny, but like the new one that you're working on is incredible.
Yeah, I wanted, because like it's different with like the way I do the mobs and stuff. I usually blow them up like really big and work on them that way, then shrink them down. With the map, I actually did it at scale because I wanted to be able to like zoom into 100% and see how it would look in the game, you know, like with the, like when you're running around. Like I didn't want it to look like it's like blurry or pixelated or anything, so like I wanted to basically make it look like it's to the level of detail that you would want for that, you know, like that sort of thing. And I was afraid, like it's a delicate balance between too much detail and too little detail. So like finding that was kind of tricky at first, but I think it came together pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't seen the final version yet, but the small preview that you sent looked really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're going to work on sharing some more stuff to the Discord every once in a while, I think, too, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, so you can throw that on your list, show everybody that little town.
Okay.
I think that would be a good one to have on there. Yeah, do we have anything else we need to bring up?
I mean, there was a lot of little stuff, so it's hard to remember exactly everything that ended up getting added.
Yeah, that's a real problem with this, like, that I have with, like, social media and stuff, is, like, we're working on stuff, and we're, like, working on it, you know, ahead of when you can post about it, but by the time you can post about it,
Yeah.
then it's, like, done, and you're on to the next thing, and it's so hard to, like, keep track.
Yeah.
You know, this podcast helps a lot, but it's definitely, like, a struggle. But yeah, speaking of our social media and stuff, we do have the Instagram, which is at Dungeons Obelisk, which Nika has got over 1,000 people on there now, which is crazy to me still. We also have the Twitter at Dungeons Obelisk as well. And if you've listened to the end of this episode and you're not in our Discord server, go to knobcat.com. You can check out videos and blog posts and things like that. I need to get back on the blog posts. I haven't been doing them lately, but I need to figure out something to write about and get back on those. And while you're there, you can click on the Discord link, come in, talk to us, ask us any questions you have. We'd be happy to have you there. And I think that's it for this episode. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.
See you.